Okay. It is hot today, unfortunately. So hopefully I can cool down. Day just happens. Close Discord for distractions. To not be a problem. Sorry, not written on the menu. I need to get the kind of script things. Alright, so yesterday things went badly and my attempted recording had no audio, which is terrible. So I'm probably gonna have to do it again. Okay. The Hollow Knight image. It's there. Where do I put it? Is it right? Seems like there's an event or something going on outside. Zoom. Okay, so I'll just probably start with the prerequisites. And then go to OBS for start recording. Okay. Alright. Prerequisites for this video, I guess. One, you have the fightvania audio loader down. You have the fightvania tool downloaded and in your add-ons folder. 2, you have Godot installed. Well, I guess 1 is Godot. Okay. Prerequisites for this video are just have Godot installed, and 2, get the asset, get the fightvania autoloader tool. Just install it either through the engine or download it, put it in your add-ons folder. Like so. Okay. One more time. The prerequisites for this video are just have Godot installed and make sure you downloaded the fightvania tool, which has this folder name, and put it underneath the add-ons. Okay. Alright, so if you have it installed and you want to make some kind of character, let's say you wanted to make the knight from Hollow Knight and just his basic normal attacks. So what you'll want to do is create a new scene. You'll want to also save that in a location. I'll be saving it in a location just to be deleted later, since it's a temporary thing for me. And then in the scene, you'll want to instantiate a child scene. You'll want to make sure add-ons is enabled so that you get all of the nodes and scenes that are in the asset. You can then search for base underscore character, base char, and you can put it in. You'll see a player kind of come up with some UI. What you'll want to do is make the scene have editable children, and then if you want to hide the UI, just click on the folder and turn off its visibility. Then you can work on building the character right away. Where you want to go is to the attack manager. Then when you click on it, on the right in the inspector, you'll have some buttons that you can press. Here we have an add an attack button. If we look back at our scene tree, you'll see a new node has appeared. We can name this to one of our attacks. Let's call this forward. Then, once we click on forward attack as well, you'll see that there are more buttons that are different than the one before. You'll have the main one to press is add frame, which will add some frames. I recommend adding just 3 frames if you're doing just building the characters. If you want more precise control, you can add more than 3. The frames are used. Okay. Just click on the button, add a few frames. 3 is what you'll probably need for most things in the early stages. Because if you click on one of the frames, you'll see a property here on the right. Repeat this frame. You can change that, and it will update the frame value. So before it was 1 frame, and now it's 6 frames. And that's the 1 frame that's in the left, plus repeating it 5 times. Then we can add that change to all of our frames. All the names are updating automatically. Okay. Then on the middle one, which we want to consider our active frames, we can add a hitbox, which doesn't show anything here. If we click on it, you'll see a warning that just says it has no shape. So add a collision shape. We have a button over here on the right that you can use, or you can add a child node through the node editor. So just clicking on this gives you a hitbox right away. And you can move this around, manipulate it, change it however you like. Since we're doing forward, I'll just put it on the right of the player, and this will be our hitbox. When you also make your hitbox, other than just the visible design, there's also the active hitbox data that you need to assign. You'll need to assign the attack data. There is no preset data. However, you can just create your own new data and then adjust all the values in here. Okay. If this data is null and you were to run the scene, it will give you an error just telling you to make sure that there's data in the attack. We can add it. If we change nothing, it's not really a good attack that works properly, but we'll change a few small things. So stun for like 3 frames. Depending on if your game has blocking or not, Hollow Knight I do not believe has any, or Hollow Knight does have some. You can adjust those values. I recommend adjust them as you find. Okay. After you assign all your data, your attack is basically done for a hitbox attack based only. If you wanted to add a hurt box and extend the place where you as a player can get hit, this would mean that this area, if someone else was attacking you, could be hit, but it's up to you. when you're satisfied with your attack, you can just right-click on the attack name, and then move down to Save Branch as Scene, and then move down to Save Branch as Scene. By doing so, it saves the attacks, compresses it in the tree, and hides it a little bit. If you want to edit it further, just open the scene and adjust the values, or adjust the frames here. But it allows you to isolate the attack so you don't have to deal with it, or mistakenly change something you aren't intending to. Then we can add the other attacks, which I'll just do in a time lapse. One thing that's helpful is if your attack has the same data regardless, you can drag the resource for the attack and go to the new attack and change it on the hitbox by dragging and dropping. And this will also link the attack data. You could also just save the attack data and then use it wherever you'd like. You can also save the attack data somewhere. And by saving it, you can use it in another attack and adjust the values, and then we'll update the resource entirely. Okay. Save purchase scene. Okay. And down. Once you have your character's attacks and you attempt to run the scene and press any of the buttons set for attacks, nothing will happen. This is because we still need to assign the attacks to the move list. In the default project, you get a lot of options, as this tool is partially intended towards fighting games, which have a lot of options. What I recommend, if you're just making something simple, is to pick one of these and stick with it. For example, light punch. If you assign light forward attack to light punch, down and up, these will automatically assign to the other attacks so that you don't have to worry about them. And since these are just the grounded ones, we should also assign them into the air ones. So air light punch for forwards, down for down, up for up. Then when we run the scene, we can press the attack button, you'll see the hitbox flash. You can press up and attack, you'll see that one flash as well. You can press down and attack, that one will as well. If we press down and right at the same time, it will still come out as the down attack. Left and right are also assigned, so you can attack either side. Down and left also is down. Up and left is down. Up and right is up. All the attacks have been assigned automatically, even though you only filled in those three. This is just a thing that helps reduce the amount you need. Right, and that's basically making a Hollow Knight style character with a slash to the right, up, and down. One thing that might be important in case you're not familiar with the system is that these air normals are separate from the ground normals. So if we unassign these air normals and run the scene, we will not be able to attack at all until we are placed on the ground. So if we add a new child scene, just a rigid body, or sorry, no. If we add a static body and give it a shape, we assign something to that shape, such as rectangle. We place that below the player and run the scene. We are now standing on the ground, meaning we can attack either above, below, or below us. And if we want to make it a little bit more accurate, we could go to the move list and unassign down light punch so that we can only attack forwards, up, down. Okay. And that's making a very simple character in the fightvania tool. Alright, don't know how good the quality of that recording is, but I am very quiet in it the entire way, trying to do it all at once. Okay, thing I noticed, is that while everything is assigned technically, up and down are not assigned by neutral. Okay. So I need to assign automatically neutral inputs in case they press down. Because if you press down in Hollow Knight specifically, the down input when on the ground just gives you forwards. So, key in it's not exactly efficient. What is the correcting spelling of this word? Okay. So now if I run that version, down and punch button, still works now. Can turn around on the ground. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So that's an auto assignment that's corrected. Great. Okay. Right. I guess it's link the video now. should need the alternate monitor. Oops. Okay, delete that. Base is gone. Just save this and close it. This is not done. Yeah, my video organization was a bit bad. I think. Make a proper archive. I don't know. Well, this video is good. Managing inputs, that's not everything. After maybe these two are basically not done. Yeah. Where's my managing inputs? I don't know where it is. Managing finding inputs for development. Where the hell is the video? this scene is correct. Project overview, technically something maybe. Okay, that's folder organization. Back to actually doing things. I deleted this. And this. At this point, I'll just delete the entire folder. Making CPU or player. Not exactly the best version. Might kill it. Or I might just work from that project folder. Name it to start over. Okay. Stop pressing that button right under the top. I have to. It's in an annoying spot actually. Okay, and then are you serious? Did the audio not work? Again? says it has audio. So why do I hear nothing? It's going to the other. I forgot to connect my headphones. Am I serious? Okay, first off, on group. Second off, I'm going to just re-record audio, I think. Um, um, the prerequisites for this video is just have Godot installed. Make sure you've uh, gotten the fightvania tool from either the asset store. Okay. Prerequisites for this video are make sure you have Godot installed, make sure you have the fightvania tool in the add-ons folder. It's a marker on the video. Okay, it's good. My family is being loud enough to be a problem. What's the other thing I could do? I could do it in my video style, my normal video style, because I want to get this done fast, but I don't. Mhm. Um, if that's the case, I can't work on the video, so I'll just leave that next time. Okay, the other thing we can do is just actually build something. Um, so let's go with no, wait, where's the road? Okay, tutorial room. I need to figure out how to build everything here. First off, I'm gonna need an NPC standing there somewhere. This doesn't have an actual thing. The turret doesn't exist. Okay, yep, it's gonna be very difficult to record video. Start cutscene. Normal attacks. Maybe cameras to disable movement. Attach, then PvP. Um, right, PvP. Okay, I'll do the grappling hook cutscene first, and leave, like, arrow to folder. Arrow to folder. Mute myself from screaming. Okay, so the screen is reduced. Sister is trying to educate the kids on not doing that which is considered mean. Very particular about being on the grid. Okay. Um. Mm, mm, mm. Right, good work, everyone. Just a simple sentence for like, okay, let's move on. Alright, player. Mm, 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 mm. For you. Mm, mm, uh, mm, 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 mm. Player vision review. Now, uh, uh, but mission. Uh, no. Mm. But also, no, that's mission. Mm, mm, and then, okay. The test is get to this point on your own, then the person there, and tell you more about the mission. Person, this is get to this point on your own. Uh, if you do, you pass, and then the person there will is there a better export? I Oh, but that requires assignments. There's a packed string array. No. Text line? Text paragraph? Export type can only be built in resource node. I have to assign an actual node. I don't know. Alright, pass over go do mission. Mm-hmm. Um, okay. That's great and all. Turret doesn't work. These swinging things would be some kind of moving hitbox. Okay. Which one do I think is easier, the turret or the, I think the turret might be doable. Okay, so I have some, like, turret code. It's not exactly the best thing. It sends spawn objects. Let me add a child node turret. And then move that node here. Let's go with 20. Override on max. I forgot what I did that for. Override max Q3. No, I actually don't want to override on max. Position offset. Delay. 60 frames. It needs an actual frame timer. Time timer. Is facing right is off because I want it facing left. Thing to spawn. Vaccine. Do I have one I could load? Auto moving projectile. Open the scene of this thing. So you are a projectile with some data, stun type, custom, hit type, mid, block stun duration, 5, hit block back distance also 5, hit stun duration. I'll go with like 10, or yeah, 10. Hit back distance vector, 5, 10, 0. Hit stop frame, 0 damage, 10. Hit sound is fine, I don't think I need it right now. Okay, go to this, go to the turret, I guess. Move the player straight to here, just so I can see it work. That is technically not. Wait, what? What hurt box did you hit? Mm-hmm. Is it that the script's just not done? Um, tab. Love to spawn basically anything, but it's just okay. They're quiet. I'm gonna go back to the video, I think. Uh, Let me just do the market for now. Marker, add marker, name it, start. Hmm. Then here, I will add a marker, call it why did that not show up? Just, oh, the issue is not working properly. I guess I fixed. Hello? Yep. Yep, that is fixed. Time lapse goes on for a while. So around here, I'd let it run most of the day automatically, but I found the audio point. Should I do this in a PowerPoint style presentation? I think I could do some of it in it, and some of it with recording. For like the audio timing of some things. Hey. Okay. One other thing I need to do also is the character design. Oh no, are they screaming again? They should have recorded something in audio. Okay. Wait, where is this? No, I deleted it because it's screaming. Okay. Uh, I think they're just talking. I guess it'll be fine. Okay, so note to self, don't ever try to one-shot record things. Mm-hmm. Okay, so redirect godot and the add-on from the I think. Yeah, I need to change this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Someone review it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Da, 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 da. Alright, so prerequisites for the video are add-on, godot, 4.63 or higher. I'll just say 4.7. Hmm. Uh, Prerequisites for using the fightvania tool. Just make sure you have a version of Godot that's fairly up to date, 4.7 or higher, and make sure you have the add-on installed from the asset store, which you can get straight through the editor as well. Okay. Just click on Asset Store, or Godot Asset Store in the top middle, and search for fightvania. You'll find it right away. Okay. Unfortunately, on 4.6, that doesn't apply. Why? Because it's not supported here. Okay. Okay, I start making scene. Should I just delete the audio? Honestly, maybe. Okay. Uh, mhm. Okay. I also forgot the prerequisite of make sure visible collision shape's on. And to make things easier when running the scenes, make sure you have visible collision shapes enabled. I feel like I need to redo this entire thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. So here I am in a new project. I just add a new node, 2D, then I save it somewhere. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Oh no, it's terrible. No, no, no. Only the time lapse. Only the time lapse. Maybe. What does this one look like? Honestly? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. But why is it also completely miscolored, or is that just the other monitor? Oh, the resolution feels awful. It's acceptable for a video, but it's not a quality video. Uh-huh. Forget. We're going back to image style stuff. Okay. Mhm. I have this image somewhere. One second. Let me find it. Like, properly. Not screenshots. It's custom made, so it would be in folders. Under hobby, art, quick assets, thumbnail, background, no. References, no. Done images, yes. Assets for thumbnail, copy that. Go to YouTube videos, work in progress videos, how to use the fightvania tool, images, paste that in there. Then I need images of me going through the editor, and basically copy image, paste, HK, HK text. Okay, godot, I don't need this anymore to be open. Godot on his own thing. It's easy to work with. New scene. Okay, screen. How do you actually scale it properly? Okay. Same thing, but make sure it's on now. Once you have the scene open, just a simple new scene. Okay. Let's go to the scene tree. C tree, add a root node. Then you can instantiate a child scene. Click on it. You'll get this. Make sure add-ons in the bottom corner here. Okay. This character, add it. Full screen. Okay. Right click. I'm not sure I like the method that I'm going about this. Should I just do full screen? Full screen with arrows? I think full screen with arrows is less the brain hurts when things are happening. Okay. Okay, so it's just this screen, just making sure. Okay. Go to debug. Turn it on. Okay. Next, add a root scene, a root node. Like instantiate scene. Make sure add-ons is set to on. Search for face. This character. add a base character. Right click on the base character. Hover over editable children. And then turn it on. This will give you this in the scene tree. Okay. Next, now that we have that, we can click on and hide this node. Okay, and zoom in, focus. Okay. Then we can scroll down to Attack Manager. Make sure I'm in the Inspector tab. Okay. Then click on Attack button. Here, I think I might actually be okay with like the scene tree being the focus a bit more. Okay. What's my last screenshot look like? I have it unselected. Yeah. Now I have it selected. Okay, we can add an end frame. Um, I feel like this video is going to be like the last thing I do this summer. Because the other things are set up the levels and a lot of the art, like actually most of the art. I have a few pieces of furniture drawn out on pieces of paper. So there is that. Okay. Then click on frame 2, which I don't know if I have that for. Add a hitbox. Okay. We can press the button. You'll see your hitbox has arrived. Adjust it. That's fine. You can also click on this to adjust your frames. Mm -hmm. Okay. We have our frames added. Okay. Alright. Um, Run the scene without any attack data. What? I thought I got rid of that warning by setting the camera on my base character. So why is it not set? Set cam. Uh, Oh, you did it on ready. Whoops. This shouldn't be. It gets run before the set camera script, so I'm like not sure what to do here. I don't think it's too important to fix, but it's definitely something that should go in Obsidian as a note. Fix me your own issues. The set cam warning runs before okay. Okay. I think let's try this thing again. Make sure I have that screenshot. Yeah, cool, thanks. What's this one? This one is just saying that the error is there. This one is actually pointing out the specific error. Yep. Okay, since these are full screen, I can just throw them straight into the Gaiden. Okay, so your last left off here. Okay, so to fix this, click on Hitbox, print screen. New Hitbox data. Wait, is it? Okay. Adjust the values. It's not even used by anything, so it's fine. Delete that. Okay. 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 I already got this one, so I'm gonna do a custom. And let's just say 5 for everything. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then you can run the scene. Mm-hmm. Let's see if the debugger only does warnings. What's the next thing? Okay. Okay. Just say the thing runs. Okay, we can close it there, go back to 2D, and then start the time lapse. Um, mhm. um, you can also click on this, save as. We'll see the name changed, and then If we reset it, and click here. Turn it up. Doesn't even exist. Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna save and close and reopen again. Gotta fix that. Alright. So when you create the resource, it should save in a way that's like easily accessible somewhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, that I think is enough until the time lapse. So from there to there, control C. Mm-hmm. Let me import them as actually import them as kidding. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I think here I marked this time lapse start, but I didn't actually say anything. Tell myself about that here. I might have deleted the marker. Markers. Mm-hmm. It's a full minute of time lapse. That's okay, I guess. Then I have 7 minutes of make the dang scene. Okay. Alright, Okay. Are these in order for the most part? They feel they're in reverse order of what I actually want. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They've got 10 minutes, so I don't have the most amount of time for this right now. I also basically need to write the entire script from basically start to finish rather than all of the, okay. Census streaming going on. Um, okay, Purex have been said, um, um, as, as an example, we will make the night hollow night. Example, we make the night for Hollow Knight. Mm, just to get familiar with the basics of making an attack. Um, Basics of making an attack and assigning it. Making an attack, assignment. Just basics of making an attack. Uh, I might need a visual, which I'll make a title clip for. A visual for how attack get assigned if attacks are not Okay. Also, like 100 assigned. I might have to make that in PowerPoint. Okay, about 6 more minutes. I'll just write some script. When am I gonna stop streaming? Probably August 31st. Makes the most sense to me. Uh, yeah, it would make sense to me to just stop there because it's like a clear cutoff day. But like this video is basically the one thing I need to get done before then because it's such an important video to people who are surprisingly downloading the thing, and as long as there's good content explaining how to use the tool, even if it's in PowerPoint style presentations. I can stop using PowerPoint in LibreOffice or just presentation style. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I wonder what it would be like to try to make a YouTube or Twitch video. Or sorry, just a YouTube video, yes. Without having all that stuff. Hmm. Okay. Also, I need to get on Bilibili. Once they go global, or they're announcing that. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Okay. This is basically just creating a character without the input setup. So I also need the input setup stuff. Uh, duplicate, edit, edit. Also get things for the set inputs and example. Those are very important. Um, one shot video. I also need to update the GitHub. Draw. There's a lot of things I need to do. Okay. 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 Um, another optional setup. Another setup thing is to decide if you want a custom input map or a custom input map, or use the default. Then there's the other thing we have to decide if you want to use a custom input map or use the defaults. Okay, it's 5 o'clock and I need to go. One sentence. Another thing to decide is if you want a custom input map or to use the default. For this, I'll use the default by opening the file, set input, and running the scene so that it gets set. I'll use the default by opening the file set input map and running the scene so that the input map gets set. Input map, running the scene, make the value enabled, set to GRUE, so the input map gets set. Then I'll restart godot so that it shows up in project settings. There's something, I don't know. Okay, I'll call it there. Save, close this folder, close godot, save, close Obsidian, close the YouTube chat. Wait, why is Caden considered open still? Just please work, please and thank you. Okay, that seems fine. It's just a weird glitch, I guess. Okay. Now,